look at your MT4 LT3 seminar. Once again, do the first 5 questions and we'll review them in class. And if we look at our state standards, we're going to be looking at graphing today. And we're going to rewrite linear equations in slope-intercept form. And so we'll learn what slope-intercept form is here in a second. And we're going to graph and interpret linear functions. First off, slope-intercept form is any line written in the form y equals mx plus b. I'm guessing you probably did this in pre-algebra. We're going to continue to work on this and maybe take it a little bit further today. M is our slope, and B is our y-intercept. I always think of it as my B is my starting point, and M is the directions. If you want to tell somebody how to get to your house, you have to start someplace that you both know, and then you give them the directions from there, because that's what slope-intercept form is. And because it's such an important equation, we have a song that goes with it, actually a dance, to the tune of YMCA. So it goes, freshmen, we need to graph a straight line. I said, freshmen, we will have a great time. I said, freshmen, there's no reason to whine. There's no reason to be unhappy. It's fun to graph y equals mx plus b. Y equals mx plus b. It makes a straight line and it'll be fine. You can even find the slope. Again, freshmen, we need to graph a straight line. I said, freshmen, we will have a great time. I said, freshmen, there's no reason to whine. There's no reason to be unhappy. It's fun to graph y equals mx plus b. Y equals mx plus b. It makes a straight line and you'll be fine. You can even find the slope. Now, on our next question, let's actually do that. I want to write the equations in the form y equals mx plus b. Notice we're given the slope of 4/7, so that's m. And my y-intercept, well, that's b. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to transform that. I'm going to replace m with 4/7, so y equals 4/7 x, and then plus 5. And that's our equation, slope-intercept form. Now on the next one, I want to rewrite this equation, negative 22x plus 8y equals 4, in slope-intercept form. Well, slope-intercept form means get y by itself. So I'm going to move everything that's not y to the opposite side. I think I'm going to make this a tad bit bigger so we can look at it a little bit closer. Now you want to get rid of addition and subtraction first, so I'm going to add 22x to both sides. Notice there is no x on the other side, so I'm just going to tack it on the end. So I bring down my 8y. Now I want it to look like y equals mx plus b from my previous problem. So if I want it to look like y equals mx plus b, I'm going to write my y first. So I'm going to say, or my x first, I should say. Instead of say 4 plus 22x, which is not wrong, I'm going to write 22x plus 4. Then I'm going to divide everything by 8. Notice I said everything. Now I want you to write slope is rise over run, so we want to put this as a fraction, not as a decimal. So 22 over 8, well 8 doesn't go into 22, but I can divide them both by 4. So if I divide by No, I can't divide 0.2 by 4. I can divide by 2, though. So 22 divided by 2 is 11. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Now your y-intercept, you can write that as a decimal. I'm going to say plus 0.5. So 11 fourths plus 0.5. Now it's not wrong to write them both as a fraction. I just think it's easier to graph if you know the decimal, the starting point's at 0.5 versus 1/2. But they mean the same thing. Now on the next question, we have this application. And let's look at it together. And it says, the number of job openings in the United States during the recent years increased slope, by the average of 0.06 million per month since May. In May, there were about 4.61 million job openings in the United States. That's where we started at. That's our B. Oh, need my pen, not my highlighter there. Okay, our pointer, I should say. Write an equation in slope-intercept form to represent the number of job openings in the United States in the month since May. So we're going to do y equals mx plus b. I'm going to say y equals, my m was 0.06 x. My b is plus 4.61. Now, with an application problem or a design question, you don't necessarily have to use y and x. So, for example, I could say the number of job openings, I'll call that J, and we're doing per month, and I'll say 0.06 m plus 4.61. Both of these are correct. Except in the first one, I have to define what y and x are. The second one, J stands for jobs. We have a couple vocabulary words that go along with this. When I have m and b, I can change them. Since I can change them, they're called parameters. Y and x are my variables. They're always y and x, but m and b can be changed, so we call them parameters. A constant function doesn't have any parameters, so it'll look like y equals my y-intercept. Well, b can still change, but we don't have an m there, because m would be 0. And then we kind of did that the other day. We're just going to apply it a little bit more today.